वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा. Thank you very much, Professor Narendra, for a very affectionate introduction, and my gratitude to organizers for inviting me and including me in the galaxy of esteemed panelists. I asked myself, are calamities, crises, and catharsis are new to mankind? Definitely no. They had been coming since long at regular or irregular intervals, natural or man-made predicaments. This time the Holocaust was singularly unique in its scale of devastation and unprecedented way of combating it, that is, by not combating. In our mythology, we know Lord Krishna opted to become Ranchod when he saw that the enemy could not be defeated through direct fight. Even Maryada Purushottam Ram decided to kill Bali from behind, as he was invincible in a bout from front. As a student of stress physiology of plants, I have taught that methods of dealing with stress are essentially three-pronged tool: escape, avoidance, and tolerance. In case of COVID-19, we adopted these three mechanisms. Through lockdown, we have escaped thermodynamic equilibrium with virus. By avoidance, we are trying to defeat the pathogen via medical intervention. And then by tolerance or immunity, we are preparing to live with or coexist with coronavirus. As we are participating in this webinar, we are observing a mixed scenario. Lockdown is getting relaxed, number of deaths is on decline, but number of infections is rising. People are coming out, but are following protocols of masks and social distancing. The fear of infection is very much there. In order to understand the agriculture in post-pandemic times, let us talk about the scenario in pre-pandemic times. The farmer of India is temporarily happy and predominantly unhappy, like every other human individual. But because he has a specific situation, that he is the food provider, Annadata, and yet he has to suffer in a country, evokes a special concern. This situation has rightly evoked many sentiments among writers, artists, and filmmakers. Most films depict the farmers are not living a good life on this piece of planet called India. Unfortunately, this is true. The part is that even after 70 years of independence and 60 years of Mother India, the human life of rural India is facing the same kind of situation and challenges, minus the grit and courage depicted by the film and earlier rural India to uphold the values. If we categorize songs of Mother India, there can be two types. One is happy, like PK Ghar Aaj Pyari Dulhaniya Chali ya Gaadi Wale Gaadi Dheere Hankare. Or unhappy, like Nagri Nagri Dware Dware या चुनरिया घटती जाए रे उमरिया बढ़ती जाए रे. Let me share my view that the songs of happiness and unhappiness are in alternate succession, meaning that they depict the cyclic nature of life. Happiness seems temporary and unhappiness like an unending night. The villains are all out to outpower heroes. But amid the songs of misery and agony, there is a song of resolve, a song of determination, which is दुनिया में हम आए हैं तो जीना ही पड़ेगा, जीवन है अगर जहर तो पीना ही पड़ेगा. The clan of agriculture scientists sincerely and honestly worked so that moments of happiness in farmers' life are more than that of misery and depression. We can see it through the spectrum of paradigm shift, like subsistence farming, green revolution, organic farming, eco-friendly agriculture, resource recycle agriculture, natural resource management agriculture, chemical control, biocontrol, high-tech agriculture, indigenous technological knowledge, and many more, all converging into one latest paradigm, the sustainable agriculture. And this is only the pre-pandemic scenario. We had our issues and challenges of sustainable agriculture that this new problem of COVID-19 has shaken us to the extent that we are supposed to review and scrutinize everything which we have been doing so far. Is it possible? But certainly there are new requirements in change of attitude from exclusive external engineering to include inner engineering. It is on the horizon. We have realized and accepted that nothing is more important than living and surviving. This is exactly plants do in extreme drought conditions. Xerophytes reduce their foliage, shed them totally, close their stomata, sacrifice photosynthesis or productivity in order to live by saving water by any means. Inclusive agriculture may not appear new. We have similar phrases: integrate pest management (IPM), integrated disease management (IDM), integrated nutrient management (INM), and integrated crop management (ICM). Like, we can see that all these are external technologies to enhance productivity, or in other words, efforts to make farmers and the country prosperous on an economic scale. But we can also see that these have led to a mixed scenario and a cyclic nature of life where joy and miseries take their turn. Inclusive agriculture is a technology for human beings associated with farmers and farming, like farmers themselves, agripreneurs, agriculture scientists, rural development agencies, health and medical workers, policy planners, and the policy makers and implementers. Does it look like a tall order? But it is not. The words like world, globe, country, nation, and society are all made up of individuals. And if individual decides to take his full command of his inner self, we can witness results of inclusive agriculture. For example, there are schemes of crop insurance, but farmers' insurance is not on this scheme. The natural and spontaneous concern for the self and other is the basis of inclusive agriculture or any endeavor for that matter. Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji has revived the interest of the world in the Vigyan of inclusiveness, that is yoga, by launching International Yoga Day in 2015. And on 21st June 2016, Padma Vibhushan Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudev addressed the world ambassadors at UNO. Though telling my submission, it is my intention to say that it was declared by him before the world that it was Bharat who gave the idea of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. and also the method and Vijnan of realizing that ideal, which is yoga, meaning the summation. It can be summation or union of survival with existence, of what is with what which is not, of doing out of love rather than for anything else. In short, if the emotion can pervade in the people related to agriculture and farming, that would lead to the path of inclusive agriculture. Ladies and gentlemen, pandemic or no pandemic, in is the one way out. Let us remember, immunity is inbuilt, not built out. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.